Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Tuesday, the 27th of May, 2025. A great streaming day. Fun to be had, but also with Clare Obscure, it just didn't go according to plan, to be honest. All right. So let's talk about it and what really happened and what went wrong and try to figure out exactly how we can change this in the future. All right. So today, I didn't do a podcast. And the reason being is because people have been saying, hey, you don't really need a podcast every day unless you have important topics to talk about, or maybe we haven't had a chance to do like a chill Q&A session in a few days. It'd be great if you can make more advancement in the games you're playing so it doesn't take as long to get through them. So last week, I tested this with Doom: The Dark Ages. Admittedly, it worked. We ended up finishing Doom in a great amount of time so that we could then move on to making more progress in the games that we were playing. So I did the same thing today with Clare Obscure Expedition 33. I said, we will not do a podcast. Instead, let's just play Clare Obscure for a good 4+ hours. Let's make as much progress as we can. And that'll help us, with our playthrough. The problem with Clare Obscure is we've been playing it for over a month, and it just doesn't seem like a lot of people are showing up for it anymore. Now, the playthrough itself is at, I think, 27 parts, but if you look at the actual length of the parts, they've all been between like an hour 15 to an hour 30. So the playthrough is arguably between 30 to 35 hours at this point. We're nearing the end of Act 2, from what I'm being told. And then there's Act 3, which apparently is really short. It's just the story finale. But in Act 3, apparently a bunch of side content opens up. So if you want to extend the length of your playthrough, you can. My approach has been play through the story, right? But then if new side content opens up that's available, try it out. If it's too hard, then so be it. Come back to it later. But in a lot of the cases, the side content that's been red danger actually has been beatable by me because I'm really good at parrying. Why am I good at parrying? Well, because I've been a full-time gamer for over 15 years, because I play competitive fighting games like Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. And so having timed inputs and parrying and things like that in other games, Sekiro, for example, is kind of a part of something that I've mastered. I get better at it the more I do it. And playing this game, fighting enemies that basically are way above my level, just parrying them allows you to beat them. Sometimes it's a war of attrition where you really have to survive a lot, but it's worked. I've been able to overcome adversity and beat tough stuff that probably most people said, I'm too low level, I'll come back later to fight it. So because of that, I've been exploring side dungeons and optional boss fights and things that a lot of people skipped and came back to later. And people are now saying, oh, you're way over level. Well, I didn't make the game. I didn't put the side content in it. I didn't make it available when they did. If it really was intended to be played where you skip all side content until you're exactly the level where you can beat it, then they should have unlocked it at that time. Not, oh, it's all available to you now, but just skip it because you'll over level if you beat it. That's silly. And to be honest, some of the best times I've had in this game were actually mastering the parrying enough that I could beat a really tough enemy. Okay? So, today we finished up an optional area that was not a dungeon, but instead was just like a puzzle. Then we went right to the story. We played the story for about 90 minutes. So about 2 to 2.5 hours of today's stream was major regular progression. Then guess what happened? Esquie, who's the character that you're riding as your mobility, your vehicle for the game, got another ability. Now he can swim through the corals. Well, because he can swim through the corals, a whole bunch of new stuff unlocked. So let me go explore. So I go exploring, and I fought some super bosses. Yes, I beat another one or two of them. There was another optional dungeon. I was finishing it. And the entire stream, there was, not everyone, okay? But a few people are being very negative. And they're like, you over-leveled, you've ruined the playthrough. And again, I'm like, what are you talking about? I've ruined the playthrough. I didn't make the game. I didn't put the side content there. I didn't make it available that early. How am I doing the wrong thing by playing something that's right in front of me? I just don't get it. I understand if your criticism is, well, that side content over levels you. Okay, I'm the player, not the designer. You should direct that problem to the designers of the game and say, hey, when you make the next game Or when you tweak this game, patch it out so that the side content's not available so early. What do you want me to do? I bought the game. Well, I guess it's Game Pass. Technically, I didn't buy it, but I'm playing the game. I'm not going to skip content that I'm finding fun, challenging, and meaningful that's in the game to be played. Sorry that you couldn't beat it when I can because you weren't as good at parrying, but I just don't understand. I really don't. And some people are saying, oh, it's boring. It's boring to see me challenge super bosses and take on challenging, interesting dungeons that you're not supposed to see till later. I don't think so. I actually think it's interesting to see me do it now when it's more challenging rather than imagine this. Imagine if everything in the game I only took on when I'm exactly the level for it. Then it's not as entertaining because I'm not challenging myself. I'm not losing and persevering. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if I only did the stuff that was equal level with me, people would be like, oh, the game's too easy, too boring. You know, you steamrolled through it. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know how I could please everyone because it seems like no matter what, people complain. If I had just skipped all the content into the story, people would have been like, you rushed through the game, you skipped all the content, you know? So I don't know. Now, I've noticed a distinct fall off in this game's attendance. When we first played it a month ago, there was a lot of people watching. And then it just went down and down and down. Now we can barely get 150 people on YouTube and barely 60 on Kick. So I barely have 200 people watching. And the contributions today were the worst contributions, the lowest level that I have had for any stream so far in 2025 and for any stream since I was playing Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth in early 2024. So it's been over a year since I've had a stream that had this low of contributions. It's RPGs. It's just that simple. RPGs, for some reason, don't resonate with my mainstream audience. Therefore, they'll come for action. They'll come for, adventure. They'll come for multiplayer. But when it comes to an RPG, even this, the most well-respected, well-reviewed, everyone loves the RPG, I still can't get people to show up. I don't know what to do. I really don't. I love RPGs. I wanted to play Metaphor, had to skip it. I wanted to play this game, and it worked for a month. Now, all of a sudden, it doesn't. It's the same game. I didn't change it. So what happened? I don't know. And no one can seem to give me an answer. Now, here's the problem. We're in the end of Act 2. If I were to go straight to the story and finish it up right now, we'd end up in Act 3, in which case I could just beat the game, but then there's a lot of side content that opens up. Do I just steamroll through the game and just beat it and say, that's it? Done? Because I've really enjoyed my time. There's a ton more side content that's opened up that I would like to do. Should I do it? Should I just say to hell with it? I'll be honest. I love the game, but I can't have it that every time I play this game, no one shows up and no one supports. And it's just the dead stream, I can't. Now, the thing is, up to this point, people have supported it. Even though it's been low attendance, people have supported it. Now it seems like that's also changed. So I don't know what to do. I'd like feedback. I'd like to know. I am going to keep playing it next week. Okay, I want to keep it in the rotation. I want to beat it, quite frankly. I already put over 30 hours into it. Like I said, we're probably about 35 hours into this playthrough. So it would suck to just end it now. But I love this game. This might very well be my game of the year pick. I don't know yet. There's a lot more games coming out this year, but it could be. So I don't want to, because of dwindling attendance and support, be like, I have to stop playing it. So I don't know. Let's see what happens. I want your feedback, what to do. Do I skip all side content and just play the story and finish it and say that's it and then miss out on a lot? Or do I keep playing it the way I am, but take a shot, like shoot myself in the foot here because people will not support it? I don't know. Let's talk about it, okay? And we're going to talk about this on the podcast tomorrow. So anyway, after this stream that I loved but ended up being the least supported in a year and a half, tonight was American Truck Simulator. A lot of people showed up. A lot of people engaged. Great support. We hit the goal. All right? I said to everyone, I like doing Truck Simulator. And if we end up, hitting the goal tonight and next week when we play it again, I will invest in this game and I will actually spend some money on it and I'll get a wheel and a pedal. So now it'll actually be like I'm driving a truck when I play Truck Simulator. People supported tonight. All right? One person, of course, was a troll and he goes, oh, go get your moonshine. And if you take a shot of moonshine, I'll do 20 subs. And I said, well, I don't believe you. Give me the 20 subs. And then, we'll do the moonshine. He's like, oh, go get your moonshine. So I got it. Right, here it is, still intact. I haven't had a sip of it since my birthday. Guy lied, so I banned him. He's a piece of crap. But outside of that, great support. Everything was good. Everyone had a great time, and it was a great stream. What I am noticing with Truck Sim is that it's getting tougher because now I own my own truck. It's different because I have to constantly get gas, sleep, maintain the truck, which I keep damaging. And then you get penalties at way stations if it's not maintained. So it's a lot harder. Like tonight, we only did one run. We only got to do one run. We did buy some upgrades. We painted the truck an ugly ass color because someone contributed to do that. And then we did some upgrades to the tires and stuff. But yeah, it's going to basically look like it's going to be like one run a week at this point with the way that the game's running. But people liked it. We had a lot of fun interactions. I had 2 White Claws. Here's the second one. I almost finished it. It's like a sip left. And overall, it was a really good time. I'm really liking Truck Sim. If we hit that goal one more time, I will invest in the game, okay? So I'm happy because we hit the goal there, but I'm still in this big conundrum when it comes to Clare Obscure, what to do with it, all right? I want to know your feedback, all right? Maybe it was just a really bad one-off day. How on earth we hit goals for a month straight, and now I play it today, and we get like $30 of support? I don't know, all right? Tomorrow, we're back to normal, meaning there will be a podcast tomorrow in the morning. We will talk about Clare Obscure. We'll talk about Truck Sim. We'll talk about any news, anything going on. And then it's Blueprints. Now, yeah, I'll be honest with you. Last time I played Blueprints 2 days ago, yesterday, we didn't hit the goal. Now, it wasn't the end of the world. We did do good. We just didn't hit the goal. It would be great to get a rallying of support tomorrow and hit the goal because I want to do DSP Tries It on Friday. But as of right now, we're at 84 out of 90 goals. We would have to hit multiple goals, 1 or 2 streams, in order to actually do DSP Tries It on Friday. So maybe it'll happen. Maybe it won't. I don't know. But I am nervous because we didn't hit the goal yesterday. So will we have a turnaround for Blueprints or not? Blueprints has been getting better every single stream. Yesterday when we played it, we actually made giant progress solving some of the big mysteries and puzzles that have been going on for a very long time. Now we can focus on others, So let's see what happens tomorrow. And then tomorrow night, the return of Minecraft, Java chill streams. We now have resources to make things out of iron, to make things out of diamond. We got to figure out what we want to do. Then we got to figure out, do we want to go back to that cave and go to the upper part where there were enemies, but also a lot more resources? Or do we want to start planning for a trip to venture out in the world and explore? Maybe build a boat or something, right? Okay. I hope tomorrow you'll join me for gaming fun all day long and for the podcast. I hope that we can hit both goals or more, and I hope that we can get back on track. Thank you all for a great streaming day. Despite the fact we didn't hit the goals, I still had tons of fun with Clare Obscure. I had a lot of fun chilling with everyone tonight in Truck Sim, and thank you for hitting that goal. Let's see you tomorrow for another awesome day. Have a good night, everyone. Peace out. See you in the AM. Bye-bye.